guys, welcome back to another episode of Ben and Sin. I am Sin. This is
Mr. Ben.
Why are you always so extra? Just say Ben.
This is Ben.
Okay, that's more like it. So today we are doing a challenge. It's not really a challenge, but yeah, I guess you could say it's a challenge. But it's called basically, how much would you do it for? So basically, we're going to list some things. We have a list of 5 and 5 of things that are like crazy, outrageous that we think the other person would never do, like on the regular. So we would basically ask one another, how much would you be willing to take to actually do this or commit this act or whatever the case is. So I feel like I always start. So you can start this time.
All right,
Let's wait. Before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, smash that notification bell so that you guys are notified when we post again. We just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support that we've received thus far. We're a small YouTube channel looking to grow, and we appreciate every view that we receive, even though we're still in the beginning stages. We appreciate the feedback, all the people that have supported us thus far. And we just ask that you guys share it, basically just tell people about us so that we can eventually grow, because you guys are like family to us. We really appreciate every word that is said towards us, every share, every like, comment, subscriber is appreciated with the utmost respect. So with that being said, let's get into what we originally planned to do.
Thank you so much, guys. How much would you rob someone for?
Like, okay, let's elaborate here. Am I robbing the person for this amount of money, or is someone giving me a certain amount of money to rob someone?
You robbing that person.
There's some deep consequences. It gotta be a cool 500K plus for me to do it. Like, for me to know I get 500K instantly.
I'll do it for $10.
$10? You would rob someone for $10?
If I need it? Hell yeah.
Well, let's get serious here. Like, am I getting caught? Like, or am I getting away with it?
It don't matter.
Am I?
Because
I'll run the risk for 500K. If it's under that, nah. If I know I'm not getting caught, I'll rob someone for $10. I don't care. But if I know I'm gonna get caught, it has to be a cool 500K, because I have to be able to bail myself out, get my lawyer. Well, I may lose that 500K trying to beat the case.
That's what I'm saying, because the what should I say? The penalty will be more.
Yeah.
Versus if you do it for 10, then I'm like, this guy is crazy. They don't even check the record. I'm like, just go ahead.
For $10, really? I mean, I guess. But if you're like a serial robber, like if you rob like 100 people for $10, you're probably still gonna go to prison.
No, you just do it like 10 different cities.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta think smart.
Next one. Okay. How much can someone offer you for you to eat poop?
1 million.
1 million? You would eat shit for $1 million?
Like, probably like a good shit.
I don't know, man. This is... just thinking about it, it's just so disgusting.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome to be a millionaire after eating shit?
Yeah.
But then you're gonna be known as the shit eater.
Yeah. So that's why I'll probably do like commercial and this is the shitty guy. He likes to eat poop.
Ew! Hey, if you could flip that million, then I guess go for it.
I'll make sure I brush really good and give you a give you a kiss when I come back.
I mean, as long as you brush, I'll kiss you.
Like, honey, Amelia. With a shady ass mouth.
Next.
How much would you commit a fraud for?
That's a tough one. Only because if it were me, I would not want my identity to be compromised in any way, shape, or form. It'd have to be for a cool 5 mil. 5 mil. For me to, it won't even be consciously because my conscience will eat me alive. But for me to actually go through with it, it'd have to be a cool 5 mil. Because I've never dealt with identity theft, but I know the type of havoc that it can wreak. So it'd have to be a cool 5 mil for me to be able to suffer the consequences.
Okay.
My next one. How much would someone have to offer you for you to smack your mother?
Nah. Nah, son. No amount of money. So that's like, nah.
Really? Even if it's a little?
Nah, I don't even want to think anyhow.
But what if you say, hey mom, let me smack you like lightly and then I'll give you like a cool 50%. Really? But what if you did it and then you didn't and then you found out the amount and then your mom smacks you for not doing it?
That's fine. Because I'm not putting hands on my mother.
Wow. That's actually... That's a respectable man.
I'm not gonna do it, bro.
Wow. Okay.
Alright. Next one. How much would you kidnap someone for?
How old is this person?
Don't matter.
The age makes a difference.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, let's say someone like 26.
Like my age? And like I have to literally kidnap them, tie them up, and...
A kidnap. Just means like someone walking down the street and you just take it to the car.
I couldn't do it. I don't know. The type of heart that I have, like even if someone said, yo, Christina, I'll give you $1 million. I'll give you $10 million to kidnap the president. The moment I start seeing tears run down that person's eyes, why are you doing that? I'll be like, damn it, just get out of here. I couldn't do it. I'm being totally honest. I really couldn't do it. Like, I feel bad. Especially, even if the tears are fake. Like, maybe if it's someone evil. Like, let's say I'm, like, kidnapping Trump. I'll do that shit for free. But, yeah, I can't. I have a heart. I can't do it.
I think everybody have one.
Yeah, but I have a very sensitive heart. Like, the stupidest crap makes me cry. Like, when I see those army videos of army vets coming home and seeing their family, like, I cry. Like, oh my gosh, they were apart for so long, and now they're back together. And it's like, so kidnapping, I feel bad. And I would die if it was a kid. Oh my gosh. I would not even involve myself if it were to include a child.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I couldn't. So, how much would someone have to offer you for you to commit murder?
I'm not commit murder as well. Sorry.
Ever?
It's depend on what circumstances.
Okay, let's say I need some wood. Knock on hypothetical wood. Let's say that someone did something horrible to your family, right? And I'm like some mobster that is balling. And I'm like, listen, to make both of our lives easier, it makes my job easier in terms of like gang territory crap. And then you're getting your revenge on something that this person did to your family. I'll give you a cool $5-6 million. Would you take it?
Like to revenge for my family?
Not only revenge, but you're helping me too. Like you scratch my back, I scratch yours, but I'm paying you to do it for me.
But if it's for my family, I don't need no money.
No, but I'm telling you, you said that you wouldn't kill for no amount of money. But I'm saying in the circumstance, if it's for your family, that changes the whole dynamic.
Definitely.
Right? So if that changes the dynamic and you would do it for free, but I'm offering you money for something that you're already willing to do for free.
Yeah, but
would you take it?
I'm going to do it, not for the
But
money.
would you take it?
No, I'll not take it. I'll just do it myself.
Damn, man.
No, it's not the money.
That's another thing that your family would kick your ass for, because it's like, nigga, you had the chance to get $5 million on top of getting revenge for your family, and you said no to the money?
Because that same person can snitch on me.
Facts. But 9 times out of 10, if it's a mobster, you could probably get them in trouble too.
That's what I'm saying.
As long as you have proof that they paid you to do it, you're not necessarily off the hook, but they're in deep crap too.
Yeah, but once you ride in solo, it's only you.
Yeah, but when you ride solo, the consequences are much more grave than if you were to have other people to take down with you.
I don't want no co-defendant, bro.
You don't want co-defendants, but you don't want a cool $5 million to be able to get your ass out of jail if you got arrested for murder?
I don't want no co-defendant, so
that's not what I'm asking you. You don't want a cool $5 million to bail yourself out.
It's just me.
I don't agree.
Alright, that's you.
I don't agree. You should take the money, man. Because you're gonna go to jail anyway. You might as well go to jail with $5 million in the bank than to go broke.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, the government can take that money as well.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah. How much would you steal from a church?
How much money would I steal from a church, or how much would someone offer me for me to steal from a church?
Both ways. Somebody offered.
Neither way, it's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
You're talking to a Christian. I couldn't do it. And it's not even in regards to the church. I don't give a damn how corrupt the church is. I will never steal from the church. Because hypothetically, regardless of what the church is, if it's a corrupt church, if it's a church full of the Holy Ghost, whatever the case is, a church is the house of God. And if I steal from a church, I'm stealing from God. And that is definitely something I don't want on my conscience. I'd rather kill somebody than steal from a church.
Me?
That's how badly I would never ever do anything negative towards a church, because I personally feel like that will affect me in the afterlife. Because at the end of the day, if I kill someone, I can repent right before they give me the death penalty. I can repent and still find my way to heaven. I can be able to rectify that. But if I were to steal from a church, like, I feel like there's no way to rectify. Especially knowing that I am already a Christian, for me to steal from a church. So for me to knowingly steal from a church, knowing that it was utterly wrong, I couldn't. My conscience couldn't survive with that. So that's definitely a $0. No, there's no amount of money that can make me steal from a church.
Me too.
Nah, I couldn't do it. How much money would someone have to offer you for you to be willing to give up your identity?
Probably like 10 million.
10 mil? Now, like, when I say give up your identity, I mean this person has access to your social security number, your bank accounts, everything that makes Ben.
Yes.
They'd have to give you 10 mil.
Yeah.
But you do know that along with that, that person may also have access to that 10 mil.
No.
Yes.
Because I'm going to give you that my house.
Okay, so it has to be 10 mil cash, basically.
No, it's cash rejection, baby.
Okay.
And then he has.
But that's a lot of money to keep in your house, bro.
And
like, I could steal your identity and then go back and rob you.
No. Guess what?
What?
I'm not gonna keep that money.
Where is it gonna go?
Somewhere.
Where? Because
No. I have family.
No, you have to elaborate, because if this is gonna be cash money, and you're not gonna have the money in bank accounts, you're not gonna have the money in any type of things that would be associated with your name, your social, whatever the case is. Where would you keep it?
Never put all your eggs in one basket.
I understand completely, but that doesn't answer the question.
It is answer the question.
No, where would you keep it?
My dad will 1 million. I send 1 million to my country.
Okay, so of the 10 mil, how much would you have in your household?
Zero.
Zero?
$0.
So you would have your 10 mil spread out in different locations.
Yes.
Have you ever seen this movie called Waist Deep
Yes.
on BET with like Tyrese and all of them, where they went and like robbed a whole bunch of safety deposit boxes? They took like a great deal of the money and it was still spread out.
But I'm not leaving a dime on my house.
A dime.
Trust me.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's your identity, man. Like you feel like you can't do anything.
I know.
Because someone else has access to everything. Like, let's say, for example, I stole your identity and use your identity to commit a whole bunch of identity fraud, like maxing out credit cards. I'm screwing up your credit, and you pay for that. But then again, you have a cool 10 mil. You can probably survive the rest of your life off of that.
I can hire good lawyers.
Yeah.
And not even on top of that.
So basically, you would take 10 mil from someone and then fight them in court to get your
I
identity.
didn't even fight. I'm being honest. That wasn't me.
But you took 10 million from the person you gave your identity
Yeah,
to.
that person gave it to me.
Savage. Next.
How much money did you do drug for?
None.
Really?
None. You know why?
No.
All it takes is, my shirt keeps burning up. All it takes is one experience for you to be addicted. Even if I had $2 million, before you know it, that 2 mil is spent on drugs. You understand? Like, let's say somebody said, I will give you $1 million to try heroin once. All it takes is one time to become addicted. You get that high feeling, and then you want to do it again, and then you do it again, and again, and again, and before you know it, all your money's gone. So that, no amount of money could make me try drugs. Like, they would literally have to, like, drug me, make my body numb to put drugs in my system to make me try drugs. I couldn't do it. Because I know the consequences. I've seen the people that it's killed. Like, I have people that I went to school with that have died from drug overdoses. And no offense, but these people are broke. So it's like, you don't know how much money they've had to steal, how much they've had to compromise to be able to get access to these drugs, and it kills them. So let's say I do get rich and I get high off of a drug one time, become addicted, and before you know it, that same drug kills me. Where's all that money going?
No, you take it and I'll freaking lock you in one room and you never get out for the rest of your life.
I'm telling you, it's not.
But bro, and we were millionaires, man. I'm gonna have like babysit you like 24/5.
Babe, it's not gonna work.
No, and it's 24/7.
When you're addicted to something, bruh, it's, first of all, relapse is real. Like, it's real. I've seen people that have gone years sober, and all they have to do is get around that drug one time, and they fall back, as if they never spent years being clean. That's one thing that, I don't know, like, that's up there with stealing from a church. I couldn't do it, because I know the people it's going to affect. Drugs don't only affect the person taking the drugs. It affects the family. It affects a whole bunch of people. And it's getting all morbid and stuff, but I don't play when it comes to drugs. Yeah, as you can see, I'm passionate about that drug topic, man. I don't play.
Okay, the next one is yours.
Oh, it's me. Okay, so my last one is, how much would someone have to offer you for you to get involved in politics? Because I know how much you can't stand. You like to read and watch stuff about politics, but in terms of like giving your opinion, I know how much you prefer to just stay out of it. So how much would someone have to offer you for you to get involved in politics?
Yeah, it has to be a lot of money. So I would say like 100 million.
100 million? Damn. Why so much?
Because nowadays, man, society is crazy.
Yeah.
And then especially these politicians, man, they keep lying. They don't tell you the truth. They just tell you what you want to hear. And once they get into the office, and that shit is flipped upside down.
Yep.
And then, like me, I personally, I don't like the fact that I'm giving people access to taking decisions for my life. So that's like me, politics. I watch a lot of politics, but I'm glad that I understand it. But like these people taking decisions, that will be most benefits the corporates or whatever who sponsored them, not really us.
There are very few politicians that I feel genuinely care for the people. Very few. It's like they just care about telling you what you need to hear to get those votes, and then once they're in office, it's just every man for themselves. They only care about their own interests, ways to get reelected next year. Like, I feel like those politicians that'll go and start up like community centers and stuff, it's not because they genuinely want to do it. And I'm not speaking for every politician. Like, I'm speaking for the majority though. Like, they'll start up community centers, do things like community luncheons, and involve the community solely because they want to be reelected, not because they care. And that's sad, because it's like, I don't know. Like, take the mayor of Irvington, for example. Like, he lives in the city. He knows what's wrong with the city, and he knows what the people want. And it's like, to know that they only do things, the bare minimum, to make you want to say, hey, this is a good politician, we'll elect him again next year. And it's like, the person really doesn't have the city's best interest at heart. Like, it sucks.
Can you really just gotta leave right there?
Really?
By Bullet
Wow.
Yeah, right there, but you will barely see him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you will barely see him.
So, like, pardon my ignorance, but so to be a mayor of a city, you have to live in the city.
Yes, but most of the time, they have their address there.
But they don't live in the city.
They live there because that's where the license for
That's their legal residence,
yeah.
But they don't physically live there.
Yes, but they just sleep there. Like, this is generally like twice a week.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, this is their legal residence, but they have a different place that they call home, basically.
Yes. I mean, it's sense.
Politics is such a dirty business, man. It is. It's such a dirty business. It'll turn the most pure politician corrupt. Because it's like, if you don't get your hands dirty, you're gonna be eaten alive, and it's sad.
Yes, that's why a lot of people like have some good ideas when once they get in, they're brainwashed.
Yeah.
And then they have to do whatever the businessmen tell them, or the people who are paying the most taxes is do whatever they tell you to do it, even though you know that's against your will, that's against your judgment. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I think I've been to a community meeting like one time where I saw like people were voicing their opinions and how they felt about the way the city was being handled. But this was in PA though. This wasn't out here. So I was in PA and I had went there with someone, and the people were voicing like real life issues, talking about like around that time there was a recent drive-by that happened in the area because there were like people like gangbangers that were coming into PA, like suburban areas in PA where literally nothing happened, and they were like doing drive-bys for the hell of it, and people were complaining about ways that they think the city should be protected. And this person was like, you know, this is our priority. We want to keep all of you safe, blah, blah, blah. And if anything, the city just got worse.
Guess what? I mean, that's what they need for the next election. So if there's no problem in the city, it's not good. Period. So that's what they're gonna use on the next topics. I will do this and that. And then the city always need something for them to do so they can talk about it. It's like we're gonna fix bridges, schools, the system. That's what they want to use. And when it comes like election times, like maybe like a year before, 6 months before, they're gonna pretend that they do some work on it so they can get credit for it. Like my job, the way the place, like on my way to work, there's this bridge they didn't touch for like 2 or 3 years. Because the election is coming, like all of a sudden they have all this money to start working on it.
That's crazy.
It's fucking sad, but that's all I have to say, guys. But I don't really want to get involved in politics because
that we could tell that you're passionate about, because we spent a good amount of time on that topic.
I know.
You see, as you can see, like in both of our lists, the one that really touched us the most for you was politics, and for me was drugs.
Politics and diapers are the only thing you can change for the same reason.
Shit. Yo, with that being said, as we said earlier, like, comment, subscribe.
See, I got bored, right?
Smash that notification bell so that you guys are notified when we post again. I am dead. And I actually understood that too. That was funny. With that being said, babe, let's get on out of here.